So I asked Chat GPT to write an Across the Spider-Verse sequel/ending, and it said it couldn't do it as it only has knowledge up until September of 2021. I then gave the AI all the details of where the characters are in the story and a few motivations to see what it could come up with using that. So here it is, enjoy.
Miles Morales strained against his restraints, the ropes digging into his wrists as he struggled to break free. His mind a whirlwind of uncertainty as he wondered if he would ever escape this forsaken world. Earth 42, devoid of its own Spider-Man, seemed to echo with the absence of hope. It seemed that fate had led him astray, into the clutches of an alternate version of himself who had succumbed to darkness. The evil Prowler, a twisted reflection of Miles, had become the orchestrator of his torment. Miles knew that time was not on his side. He focused his thoughts on escaping his bonds. He summoned his spider powers, causing a subtle electric charge to course through his fingertips. As the energy crackled and surged, the rope that bound him trembled, weakened by the unexpected jolt. With one swift motion, Miles zapped the rope, causing it to fray and snap, freeing him from his captivity. With a triumphant smile, he slipped the remnants of the rope from his wrists, ready to face the Prowler. Unbeknownst to Miles, his allies from the Spider-Verse were assembling a formidable team to rescue him. Spider-Gwen, having formed her own team of spider people, sought the assistance of Peter B., Mayday, Hobie, Pavictor, Spider-Noir, Spider-Ham, and Penny Parker. The team, united by their shared connection to the web of the multiverse, ventured forth through a shimmering portal, traversing the myriad dimensions to reach Earth 42. As the Spider team embarked on their mission to rescue Miles, a glimmer of light caught the corner of Jefferson Davis's eye. Curiosity piqued, he stepped closer, his heart pounding with both concern for his son and an unwavering determination to protect his family. Without hesitation, he made a split-second decision and stepped into the swirling portal. The clash between Miles Morales and the malevolent Prowler echoed through the dimly lit hideout. The room crackled with tension as each punch and swing reverberated against the grimy walls. Miles's determination burned brightly within him, his every move fueled by the desire to escape and protect his loved ones. With a surge of strength, Miles delivered a powerful blow, sending the Prowler crashing to the ground. He swiftly bound his adversary with webbing, ensuring his temporary incapacitation. As he contemplated his next move, a surge of energy pulsed through the room, signaling the imminent arrival of another figure. Miguel, the leader of the Spider Society, materialized before Miles, his expression stern and unyielding. "Miles Morales, your actions have disrupted the delicate balance of the Spider-Verse canon," Miguel said, his voice carrying a weight of authority. "The consequences could be catastrophic for us all." Miles met Miguel's gaze, his determination unyielding. "I understand the risks, Miguel, but I couldn't stand by and watch innocent lives be destroyed." Miguel's stern expression softened slightly, revealing a glimmer of understanding. "You have a noble heart, Miles, but there are rules that govern the multiverse. We cannot tamper with the canon without dire consequences." As the tension between them hung in the air, a distant rumble shook the hideout. The room itself seemed to tremble, as if the fabric of reality itself was being stretched to its limits. "The universe is rejecting our presence," Miguel stated grimly. "We must act swiftly to correct the imbalance before it tears itself apart." Miles, fueled by a fierce determination to save his father and rewrite his universe's destiny, braced himself for the clash that would determine the fate of both their worlds. The clash between Miguel and Miles unleashed chaos upon Earth 42. Reality itself seemed to warp and distort, fragments of different dimensions bleeding into one another. Just as the confrontation reached its climax, a sudden burst of energy erupted from a nearby portal. The team of spider people led by Spider-Gwen, with determination etched on their faces, emerged to join the fray. The arrival of reinforcements further fueled Miguel's frustration. "You are all jeopardizing everything," he exclaimed, his voice laced with desperation. Spider-Gwen, her eyes filled with determination, stepped forward. "Miguel, we understand the risks," she said firmly. "But sometimes, we have to defy expectations and forge our own path." In the midst of the chaos, a figure emerged from the shadows. Unbeknownst to anyone, the Prowler had been silently observing the events. He stepped forward, joining forces with Miguel. With that, the Spider team surged forward, their combined strength and determination creating a tempest of power. As chaos engulfed Earth 42, Jefferson Davis emerged from a shimmering portal right at the heart of the raging battle. The universe itself seemed to rebel against their presence. Reality buckled, creating pockets of instability that threatened to consume everything in their path. In the midst of the chaos, the Spot, drawn by the disruption caused by the Spider People, appeared, a malevolent grin spreading across his face. His sinister portals crackled with energy as he summoned them around Jefferson Davis, trapping him in a deadly dance of shifting dimensions. The Spot's sadistic delight was palpable as he taunted Miles, forcing him to watch helplessly as his father's life hung in the balance. Miles, held back by Miguel, strained with every fiber of his being, desperately trying to reach his father's side. Just as hope began to fade, evil Miles found himself facing a moment of reckoning. Gazing upon Jefferson Davis, trapped and helpless, memories of his own life flooded his mind, the void left by the absence of his own father. Determined to rewrite the painful history he had endured, evil Miles defied his own nature, fueled by the desire to save Jefferson, for he had already experienced the agony of losing him once, charged toward the Spot with unwavering determination. His unexpected intervention caught the Spot off guard, allowing evil Miles to snatch Jefferson Davis away from the clutches of impending doom. The room filled with a cacophony of chaos as the battle continued to rage. Miguel realized that this universe was at a tipping point, teetering on the edge of oblivion. Recognizing the dire consequences of their actions, Miguel, Miles, and the Spider team reluctantly ceased their battle. It was clear that they had to find a way to restore balance to the fragile multiverse before it shattered completely. United in purpose, they turned their attention to the Spot, their common enemy. In a display of unwavering teamwork, the Spider team unleashed their combined powers upon the Spot. Webs entangled him, while portals opened and closed with calculated precision, trapping him in a temporal prison of their making. The Spot's desperate struggles grew weaker as their onslaught intensified, until finally, he was defeated. As the dust settled and the battle subsided, a solemn silence hung in the air. The victory was bitter, marred by the loss of Gwen, a fallen comrade whose sacrifice had tipped the scales in their favor. Miles felt a profound sense of grief, but also an indomitable resolve. He realized that he had to keep pushing forward, to honor Gwen's memory and protect the ones he cared about. Due to Gwen's death, a ripple of energy coursed through the universe. The fractured canon began to mend itself, threads of reality reweaving into their proper place. Miguel, Miles, and the Spider team stood amidst the remnants of their conflict, witnessing the universe realign itself. They understood that their actions had consequences, both dire and redeeming. The web of the multiverse remained fragile, but the threads were no longer unraveling. As the final echoes of their adventure faded away, Miles Morales, the Spider-Man of his universe, knew that his journey was far from over. With newfound strength and determination, he swung into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead.